Shukraya Namaha, Om Shuchaye Namaha, Om Shubhagunaya Namaha, Om Shubhadaya Namaha.
Hello, everyone, and this is Simon, and welcome to another presentation on the meaning of mantras, mantra meanings. This one being the 108 names of Venus, also called Shukra Ashtottara. Now, you've probably seen in Sanskrit there are a lot of 108 names of given deities. 108 names of Lakshmi, of Shiva, of the other planets as well. So these all follow a pattern. And that pattern has to do with invoking the energy of that planet. Now, why are we doing the 108 names of Venus? Well, a lot of students are amazed that there are Sanskrit mantras for stuff that is quote unquote not spiritual. And in fact, there are a lot of mantras for these things, for prosperity, for love, to have beauty, to attract a partner. And these are all Venus, the domain of Venus, because Venus has to do with the things, let's face it, in our culture that everybody wants. And by our culture, I mean world culture at this time. And for example, if you turn on the television, you'll see ads for beauty products all the time. You'll see ads for helping you make money and so on. These are the things that popular culture, Western culture, is very fond of, and even non-Western culture. So Venus in astrology represents the god or goddess, depending on how you look at the planet, that brings you these things, while at the same time also fulfilling your spiritual needs. So it is both a planet of material abundance and spiritual as well. So it's like having your cake and eating it too. So Venus, as we'll see as we read the names, brings the bling and the good things in life, and but as well as spiritual knowledge and right livelihood, meaning having a career that allows you to pursue your spiritual and the pursuits without being in conflict to the work that you are doing. So this is like a win-win kind of situation. And also the reason to do it would be if you have an issue, a problem with the planet Venus, or you're running the period of Venus in your chart. So let's start. As you heard, the beautiful mantra from the ladies doing it. The first mantra is Om Shukraya Namaha. And all of these mantras, all of these 108 names, whether they're for Venus or any other deity, follow this pattern where it starts with Om and ends with Namaha. Now, Namaha, I'll get to in a second. Then the word in the middle is the name of the planet or the deity, and the name invokes a quality. And it's these qualities that we're going to talk about, because in my opinion, it's important to know what you're saying so that you can visualize it, so you could bring it into your life, so you can manifest it, whether it's a spiritual goal or a material goal or both. And if you don't know what you're saying, in my mind, it kind of loses a little bit of its luster, right? You can't visualize it. You can't make it part of yourself. So let's get to it. So the aya ending is the dative case. Now, this is, if you ever took Latin, you probably know what the dative case is. Otherwise, you probably don't. And in Sanskrit and some other older languages, this case means to give, to something that you're giving your attention, focus, or obeisance to. So when you say Om Shukraya Namaha, means I am giving to Shukra my salutation, Namaha. So the word Namaha means my salutation or my greeting, like, yo, what's up, Shukra, right? But you're doing it in a formal way. But Namaha also can mean, this is the more subtle meaning, is Na means not, Ma means mama, my means me or my. Thus, in the sense, when you say Namaha, And this is for many, many, many mantras in Sanskrit. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. All of them have Namaha. Namaha or Namo, it's the same thing. It's just a grammatical illusion. Namaha means not me. So when you're not focused on you, you're focusing on the other person. And that's what it means to say hello. Hello, greetings to you. Namaha, Namo Namaha. In Sanskrit, when you greet someone, you say Namo Namaha. Bhavataha nama kim? Katamasti. Oh, Shubhamastu. So, how are you? Namaha. And this is kind of the thing of the guest is God. And in this case, by invoking the deity with the mantra, the God is God. You're saying, this is not about me, this is about you. And in fact, if you listen to Tony Robbins, if you listen to other great motivational speakers, you know that modeling behavior is very important. Who do we like to model? People who are excellent at what they do. And so in this sense, when you model the behavior of these deities and you know what you're saying and you can picture it, you become that, right? So, Om Shukraya Namaha, I salute Shukra. This is the first of the 108 names. Now, what does it mean? Well, Shukra means white. Or now the Shukra, let's go to spokensanskrit.com. This is a great resource. And you can look up the word Shukra. There it is. Now it's with a Z because that stands for Sh in transliteration, but it's Shukra. So you can see it means lucid, it means clear, pure, spotless, white, light-colored. Shukra also means semen. And there you have semen, sperm. So it's the life force, the clear life force inside of everyone, men and women. And in fact, let's go right here to this document, and you can see Om Shukraya Namaha, the bright and subtle essence of all beings. And you will see this repeated throughout this mantra, this sense of purity and whiteness. And here, and we're going to talk about this because it doesn't have to do with the color white so much as it does with what it implies, which is cleanliness and purity. So the second mantra is Om Shuchaye Namaha. Shuchi means clean. And so here we come to this idea of, and it's kind of a sad idea, in India that the most beautiful historical figures who have probably ever lived in India are Krishna and Krishna. Let me go back here to illustrate this point. Bear with me here for a second. So Krishna means black, but it also means attractive, because when something is black, it's dense and it attracts all light, right? No light escapes it. And Krishna was this most attractive, dark-skinned, very dark-skinned king who is Lord Krishna, who is an incarnation of the divine on earth. And he was considered irresistible. Any woman who looked at him, or any even men, the men were either wanted to be him or they were jealous, right? So he fought a lot of people, but he was just this irresistible darling when he was a child, and then later on. So, and then Krishna is a very dark-skinned princess which is another name for Draupadi, and she married the she had 5 husbands. And so this idea of being Shukra or Shubhra or Shuchi, these are all terms for pure, is not the color of your skin. It's the color of your aura, your radiance. And so when you're invoking Shukra, you're invoking someone who has a beautiful, pure, white, brilliant aura, whatever their racial or ethnic background is. So there are people who are Caucasian, who can be very bright, or they can be very dark in terms of their aura, very pure and glowing, or mean and dark and evil, right? It's not the color of the skin, it is the color of their radiance. And so Krishna in this, who was a man who was very dark-skinned, and Krishna, who was also very dark-skinned, were the most beautiful people of their time. But they were also Shukra and Shubra and Shuchi. Why? Because their aura was pure. And I say this, I'm focusing on this because there is an undue emphasis in India right now, and certainly in other cultures, on skin whitening. If you've ever been to India, I've been there many times, you've seen ads and you've seen this on TV and in other places, creams to lighten your skin to become fair. And I just hit my hand to my forehead and go, this is crazy. Because there is still this insidious thing that if you're dark, you're somehow lesser. And it's racist, frankly. But the point is, rather than using skin creams, use these mantras to clean your aura, and you will be beautiful to everyone around you. So, the bright and subtle essence of all beings, Om Shukraya Namaha, Om Shuchaye Namaha, you who are ultimate purity. So by reciting this mantra, you will purify yourself, so you'll never need, so you will become beautiful, and the world will honor you for your true beauty. Om Shubha Gurnaya Namaha. Now, Venus also has good qualities. Another way to say this is he's very polite. Now, some of you who are Western-minded will think, why is he saying he for Venus? Venus is a female. Well, the planets are neither male or female, but in Vedic myths, all the planets are actually seen as male, while the stars behind them are female. They're the wives of the planets. Whereas in Western astrology, Venus is feminine and the moon is feminine, and so on. So, but let's get past this idea of male or female. I'm going to refer to them in both ways as we go along. Shubha Gunaya means someone who is polite, someone who is well-bred and well-raised. So as you invoke Venus with this mantra, you invoke those qualities in you. One of the, so how you present yourself to the world. Om Shubha Gurnaya Namaha. Then, Om Shubhadaya Namaha, the one who gives you all the good things. So picture Venus giving you all the good things in life, like a rich uncle, right? Venus is your rich uncle giving you everything you want. Om Shubha Lakshanaya Namaha, the one who has auspicious markings. Or you could say the one who has bling. Lakshana are the things that mark someone for who they are. So if you're Floyd Mayweather Jr., you've got gold chains and rings and 50 Rolls Royces. If you're Marilyn Monroe, you've got that beautiful mole, right? It's the thing that marks you, that gives you your style, your bling. That's Shubha Lakshana. And so Venus gives those to you as well. A story about Krishna, the attractive, beautiful man, deity, king, Lord Krishna, was said to always in the morning when he left his home to put a peacock in his hair to make himself smell and look beautiful, because he always wanted to present a beautiful front to the world, to make people happy. And this is what you do when you are Shubha Lakshanaya. You go out with your earrings, with your makeup. If you're a guy, you go out well dressed. You don't have, food on your shirt and smell, and you haven't shaved or showered, right? Shubha Lakshanaya. Then, Om Shobhanakshaya Namaha, the one with beautiful eyes. And again, how do you have beautiful eyes? In Ayurveda, one of the things that is done the moment you get up is you wash your face with cold water and you splash some cold water in your eyes. And if you need to, use some eye drops to make your eyes beautiful and awake. At night before you go to bed, you can put castor oil in your eyes, a drop to nourish them. If you're a woman, you can put on makeup, make your eyes look beautiful. Om Shobhanakshaya Namaha. Then Om Shubhravahaya Namaha, the one who drives a white car. Now, this is translated as a beautiful vehicle, but this word Shubhra, again, is the same as Shukra. It's the same as Shuchi. It means, see, this is Shuchi, this is Shukra. It means the same thing. It means clear or white or beautiful. So Venus is the one who will give you, or who drives a white vehicle. So if this is all very material stuff. It sounds very material, and it is. And the goal with Venus is, again, to integrate the spiritual and the material into your life. So Shubhravahaya Namaha, the one who drives a beautiful white car. Om Shuddha Sphatika Bhasvaraya Namaha, the one who shines like pure crystal. There's that purity again. Okay? That also means the one whose home, whose clothing, whose car is clean. So even if you're not a millionaire and you don't drive a BMW, you can keep your house clean. You can keep what you do drive shiny. And one of the remedies for Venus is to clean your car. I swear to you. Take your car to the car wash or do it yourself, even better, especially on a Friday. If you do this on a Friday, it's a great remedy for Venus. Om Dinarti Harakaya Namaha, the one who removes misery and pain. And here we're getting into Venus's ability to heal. Dina is the sense of feeling low and unworthy. I'm not good enough. Arti is being in pain. So misery comes from a sense of I'm not good enough. I don't deserve the good things in life. When you say this name of Venus, you're invoking his ability to take that away from you and to help you feel like you deserve the best, like you don't have to be in pain. Whether it's a bad relationship, a bad job that you're in, Om Dinarti Harakaya Namaha, as you say that, you invoke your power to be, I deserve the best. I deserve better than this. And not just to say it, but to really feel it so that you can take action on it. The one who removes misery and pain. Om Daitya Gurave Namaha. One of the most beautiful qualities of Venus is that he is the guru of the lesser beings. He's not the guru of the people who are already so pure. He takes the broken people. He takes the people who have low desires, who are crooks and have sort of demonic nature. Demonic means they're not perfect, okay? They've made mistakes in their lives. And so Venus goes to them and says, let me teach you how to be better. He's not afraid of getting his hands dirty, of being in jail, going to jail and working with those people who need to be reformed, with people who are broken in some way. So the guru of the Daityas, the demons, means he's willing to work with the people who have sometimes very selfish motives, and to turn that selfishness into selflessness ultimately. Om Devabhivanditaya Namaha, the one who is honored by the good beings and everyone else. Look, Venus is popular, okay? Here you're invoking that popularity. Wherever he goes or she goes, Angelina Jolie has Venus right on her ascendant. Whether she's hanging out with movie stars or in the middle of Cambodia or in the middle of Africa, she's popular. And it's not just because she's beautiful, it's just because who she is. She has that aura of Venus about her. So if you want that popularity that's not based on how many records you've sold or how many movies you've done, but just on the fact that you are who you are. You're shining bright. This name invokes that. Om Deva Bhivanditaya Namaha. Then Om Kavya Saktaya Namaha. The one devoted to poetry. Venus has a silver tongue. One of the names of Shukra or Shubra is silver. And silver is the metal associated with Venus. So if you want to bring Venus into your life, you can carry a piece of silver coin or wear silver jewelry. Now, silver is also associated with the moon, so you can also use crystal as well. That's also Venus, or diamonds, of course, which are the consummate Venus stone. Om Kamapalaya Namaha. Kamapalaya Namaha. The one who invokes, who presides over your desire and also protects it, meaning who comes to you and says, look, you have lust, you have desire, these aren't bad things, just focus them in the right way. Use that energy to attain good things in your life. If you have desire, use it to build your business, or use it to go and get married with the person that you desire. Use it to drive you to action. Om Kavaye Namaha. The poet. Venus is the poet, and by essence, poetry is supposed to be the highest of the arts. He also rules music, art, dance. By being the poet, you're invoking all artistic qualities. Okay. Om Kalyana Dayakaya Namaha. The bestower of good fortune. He who gives you blessings, even when you don't feel you deserve them. He brings you good things in life. Om Bhadramurtaye Namaha. He who just when he walks into the room has that fresh, beautiful essence. Like I said with Krishna, he looked good, he smelled good. He worked extra hard to present a face that was sweet and auspicious to everyone. So he was Bhadra Murti. Krishna is here. Everything's going to be okay, right? You also begin to embody these qualities as you recite these mantras. Om Bhadragunaya Namaha, same thing. Om Bhargavaya Namaha. Now this is a very powerful and interesting mantra. It means, the son of Bhrigu. Now who is Bhrigu? Bhrigu is one of the 7 rishis. Now the 7 rishis are the original sons of the divine. And there are many, many stories about these rishis, but Bhrigu was kind of the rebel. And his brothers are, Atri. There's Bhrigu, Atri, Kutsa, Vasishta, Gautama, Kashyapa, and Angiras. The other 6 were very spiritual and they went off to meditate. But Bhrigu understood something very early. That, in fact, he learned it from Varuna, the Lord of the Waters. He learned the profound truth that in this world there are 2 categories, those who eat and that which is eaten. And by learning this, he realized, okay, first I have to secure the necessary means of survival and then pursue wisdom. And so he approached Lakshmi to learn how to do this, and Lakshmi gave him the knowledge of astrology. And so through him, and then Bhrigu then wrote the first astrological treatise called the Bhrigu Samhita. The point of this story is that astrology is one of those right professions that you can practice that is both spiritual and worldly. And so by invoking Bhrigu, you're invoking this lineage that says you can have your cake and eat it too. You can earn wealth and money and also have a spiritual life. You can enjoy the good things in the world and also create good karma. And so being the son of Bhrigu, Shukra, Venus is the lord also of astrology. Now, there are many, many stories about Bhrigu, but from, if you've ever been to South India, you probably have heard about the palm leaves. And so what Bhrigu did is he wrote down the horoscopes of, they say, 500,000 people and 500,000 people. And these are people who are yet to be born. And this is thousands of years ago. Now, you might go, this is crazy. This sounds ridiculous. But wait, keep an open mind. Go to South India, and if you go and find your leaf, that leaf not only has your name, your mother and father's name, your occupation, the amount of brothers and sisters you have, what happened to you when you were 14. There's 29 facts about you that are absolutely correct. When I heard mine, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. This is all from Bhrigu. And this knowledge that he had, this ability to foresee who would come and search for their leaf, is just out of this world. So there's this, it's a spiritual ability, but it's also one that ensured that the people who continued his tradition would be able to earn a living. So Om Bhargavaya Namaha, the son of Bhrigu. Then Om Bhakta Palanaya Namaha, he who protects his devotees. So when you do this, you're going to be protected. What does protection mean? Again, it could be financial. You're going to have enough to eat. You're going to have a place to sleep. You're going to be taken care of. Om Bhogadaya Namaha, he who gives enjoyment. The more you do this mantra, the more you'll be able to enjoy yourself in the world. And in a minute, let's take a break here and sort of talk about how to do this mantra and how to go about it. So I want to take a little break and go into this. So how do you do this? Every Friday, play the mantra on the radio, on YouTube. Better yet, play it 3 times or 5 times or 9 times. You could do it while you're driving. I played it 3 times while I was driving. It's perfect. You get to where you want to go, and good things just start happening for you. Even better than that, recite it. Every Friday, recite it. Even better than that, recite it once every day, especially if you're in a Venus astrological period. If you don't know what that is, check with your local astrologer. They'll be able to tell you when that happens for you. And optionally, if you're so inclined and you are an astrologer, use the hour of Venus to chant and listen to this. But you don't have to. This is very micromanaging. And then finally, meditate on the meaning of each of these mantras. This is what I'm going over. And it could be a little boring for you, but, as you do this over and over, maybe listen to this over and over, this will help you to visualize and manifest what you want to create in your life. Okay, sorry. So let's get back to our sheet. And boom. Om Bhuvanadhyakshaya Namaha, the overseer of the world. Now, this has to do with politics. So there are other mantras here about Venus being a very shrewd politician. So if you want power and influence in the world, this is your mantra. But power and influence while also keeping, again, a spiritual outlet. Why? Because Om Bhukti Mukti Phalapradaya Namaha, he who bestows the fruit of both mukti, freedom from attachments and lesser desires like lust and anger and so on, but also bhukti, the enjoyment of the good things in life. And there you have it. Then Om Charushilaya Namaha, he who is just a darling and you say the sweetest things, right? He knows what to say. He knows how to act. He kisses a woman's hand. If it's a woman, she's just charming and darling. And Charushila means the one who has a sweet, darling conduct. Charurupaya Namaha, the one who has a sweet and darling appearance. And again, folks, whether you're a man or a woman, you can work on this. And I don't mean plastic surgery. I mean working on your smile, working on brushing your teeth every day, taking a bath regularly, having nice, clean clothing that fits you, that fits the colors of the shape of your face. You don't know what I mean by that. Um, everything from the shape of the frames of the glasses you wear to the whether it's a low neck, low shirt or a high collar shirt. Know what makes you look good and what compliments you. Pay some attention to that. And by doing that, you will be invoking Venus in your life. Some guys, especially in America, guys don't dress well at all. I hear this from European women all the time. They come to America and they say, "Oh my God, men are slobs here," because they wear a Tommy Bahama shirt and these long shorts that don't fit them, or some extra large shirt from Walmart, and they're like, "Oh, this is terrible," and they have a point. So, if Venus perhaps in the chart of the United States isn't very well placed, maybe, I don't know. So you could make an effort to be Charu Rupa, to look good. Charu Chandra Nibhananaya Namaha, the one whose face is beautiful like the moon. Here's this quality of brightness. The moon is bright and white. And again, it doesn't mean whitening your skin, or it means making sure you shine. How do you shine? You can apply oil before going into the shower every day. You can apply Bhringraj oil to your hair at night and then wash it off in the morning. It creates that healthy luster and shine. Ayurveda is all about that. Om Nidhaye Namaha. Shukra is the treasure. Now this is where Shukra embodies femininity, in the sense that all women are essentially treasures. Why? Because they are the ones who are able to give birth. Women in nature are the selectors, whereas the males are the selectees, meaning it's the men who preen, who present themselves to the woman. They flex their muscles. The peacock shows its feathers. All of the males perform for the woman so that the woman can choose them. You see, because the woman is the treasure. And this is simply evolutionary biology. And here it shows this, that when you understand that you are a treasure, then people will start to treat you like you are a treasure. When you begin to treat yourself that way. And one of the good ways to start is to invoke the mantra, Om Nidhaye Namaha. So do you see why I like this mantra, folks? Because like it or not, whether you're spiritual, and many of you watching this, of course, you're spiritual, or not, we're still bound, and we still live in this world of material things. We want to look good. We want to attract a beautiful partner who's right for us. We want to make money so that we're secure, like Bhrigu, the sage, who understood this so early. We want those things while at the same time working on to be our best self. And so this mantra is perfect for the modern age, which is why I'm doing it. Om Nidhaye Namaha. Then Om Nikhila Shastra Jnaya Namaha. Nikhila Shastra Jnaya. All of the scriptures Venus is a master of. So now we get to the part, all of this up to this has been about bling, about looking good, about presenting your best face to the world. But now, the knower of all scriptures. Venus is an educator planet. He's a Brahmin. And so how does he know all the scriptures? He studies. But he doesn't make it look hard. He studies, he spends extra time, he gets up early and reads, practices. This is the spiritual side of Venus. Om Niti Vidya Dhurandharaya Namaha. The expert politician. How do you become an expert politician? Again, you read, you learn about cultures, you learn how to talk to people. So a lot of what Venus will teach you is how to behave in the world, how to sell yourself in the good sense, how to present yourself, and also how to negotiate and win friends and become influential. Om Sarva Lakshana Sampannaya Namaha. The one who has all the bling. Now, Lakshana also means marks on the body. So the one who looks good or has all the good adornments. Om Sarvapad Gunavarjitaya Namaha. The one who kind of slinks between the raindrops of misfortune and manages never to get wet. Who, misfortune doesn't touch you. Om Samanadika Nirmuktaya Namaha. The one who has no equal. And the reason he has no equal is he's free of his own desire. Nobody can bribe him. Why? Because he's not bound to anything. And that's an incredibly powerful place to be, is to still act in the world, but not be a slave to your desires. Om Sakalagama Paragaya Namaha. Sakala Agama. Sakala means all. Agama is scripture, sacred scripture. Paragaya Namaha. The one who has gone beyond the scripture and lives it in his life. The one who has gone beyond it and embodies it. Om Bhrigave Namaha. So the previous one said the son of Bhrigu. This one says you are Bhrigu. Well, because you embody your father. You embody all the qualities of Bhrigu that we spoke of. Om Bhogakaraya Namaha. You cause pleasure to others and enjoyment to others the moment you walk into the room. Om Bhumi Surapala Palana Tatparaya Namaha. You who are intent on protecting the earth and its leaders. Now this is Venus from the point of view of the environmentalist. Venus in this verse invokes someone who so loves the beauty of nature and the beauty of its creation that he or she is intent on protecting it. And it brings this quality in you that you begin to realize life is so beautiful. I want to protect it. So you're not running away from life, you're becoming one with life by plugging into this mantra. Om Manasvine Namaha. Very wise, very intelligent. Om Manadaya Namaha. The one who gives. Mana means pride, but it can also be, in a sense, intelligence. But the one who gives intelligence and pride and honor. The Manadaya could be he gives you honors, and the sense of righteous pride that comes with it. I have a sense of accomplishment. I've done something with my life. And that's a great gift because, it's one thing to be selfless, and you can be selfless and still have selfless pride. And those two things sound inconsistent, but it is possible because that pride and accomplishment is the sense of I am doing my dharma, I'm doing my purpose in the world. Om Manyaya Namaha. The one who is honored by everyone. Om Mayatitaya Namaha. The one who has gone beyond the illusions of the material things that bind us, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He or she can enjoy them, but he doesn't need them. He's gone beyond the illusion that that's all there is to life, because he can just as easily be in nature and enjoy watching a bird sing. You see? And that's free. You don't need to belong to the expensive country club to have that joy and ecstasy. So he's beyond the illusion that he needs things to be complete. But he still goes for them. He still enjoys them. Om Maha Yashase Namaha. The one who's super famous. That speaks for itself. Om Bali Prasannaya Namaha. The one who is pleased by gifts, yes. So Venus likes to give and receive gifts. And so one way to please Venus, start doing this in your life. Give little gifts to your friends, co-workers, your honey, your mom, your dad, little notes, little sweet texts, things like this. I mean, don't be a pest, but can be a way to invoke Venus in your life. But Bali is also the name of this demon king who Venus for whom Venus was the consultant, and so he was pleasing Bali as well. Then Om Abhayadaya Namaha, the one who confers fearlessness. Interesting. Om Baline Namaha, the powerful one. And again, this also has an association with King Bali, the one who is one with the demon king. So the story with King Bali is that this was such a powerful kind of, they say demon, it's basically a bad guy, but one who is very powerful and gets power over all of the earth, basically. But because he had Venus as his counselor, over time he became wiser, and eventually he renounced his kingdom by giving it to Vishnu. Many of you know this story. If you don't, you can look it up, the legend of Bali. Then Om Satyaparakramaaya Namaha, the one who has real courage that is based on not fake, like being puffed up, because Venus isn't a big muscle man. He's just, he's a good-looking man or a woman who doesn't need big muscles, but still he or she has great courage, because that courage is because he or she knows that they're lucky, that God is with them, and that life is with them, and it's not going to let them down. Om Bhavapasha Parityagaya Namaha, the one who abandons the bonds of worldly existence. And this is the ultimate goal. So again, now we're getting into the spiritual. Om Balibandha Vimochakaya Namaha, and the one who has freed himself and now frees others. So you, by being a votary of Venus, free yourself, but you also work on freeing everyone around you. Om Dhana Shayaya Namaha, you who are the seed of wealth. Now this is interesting because some texts, so if you go to some websites, you will see this, and I'm showing you this translation because I wrote all of this out. You can find these translations on sites like Drikpanchang, which is a really cool site, but the transliteration is wrong, and sometimes the translations are not quite on point. And so Om Shuchaye, for example, the radiant one, it doesn't mean radiant, it means the pure one, the clean one. And so on. You won't get the full essence of it, but you will get the mantra properly recited. So what was my point? What I wanted to say is, for this mantra, there are two alternate sayings. So this says Ghana Shayaya. I've translated it as Dhana Shayaya. So let me show you here. Dhana and Gana in Devanagari, in Sanskrit, are very, very, very similar. And the only difference is, to get Ghana, you need to draw this line here. You just close this. See how this space is open? You just close it. And this is Ghana, and then without it, it's Dhana. So the original verse says Ghana Shayaya, the one who lives in the clouds. That doesn't make sense to me. Now, it could, Ghana Shayaya could mean because he's the water, the life-bringing rain. Okay, so rain is like the semen of the skies. It fertilizes the earth. Okay, so, it could be Om Ghana Shayaya. I've made it Om Dhana Shayaya, the one who is the seed of wealth and prosperity. Because then it says Om Ghanadhyakshaya Namaha, the one who is the overseer of clouds or the overseer of wealth. You choose whichever one you want to do. Om Kambhugrivaya Namaha, the one with a beautiful neck. Om Kaladharaya Namaha, the one who supports the arts. Self-explanatory. Om Karunya Rasa Sampurnaya Namaha, the one who is just overflows with compassion when he sees suffering in the world. Om Kalyana Gunavardhanaya Namaha, the one who increases our own ability to have compassion and goodness and auspiciousness. Om Shvetambaraya Namaha, the one who wears white. white, bright, blingy, glitzy kind of clothing is Venus. Om Shveta Vapushe Namaha, the one again who is Shveta, white, clear, but not necessarily the color white, but pure, that sense of purity. So you can picture him or her driving a white car, being having a beautiful, bright smile and a bright appearance. Om Chaturbhuja Samanvitaya Namaha, the one who has 4 arms. What does it mean to have 4 arms? It means you're always doing different things. You're busy. You're busy. You're able to help many people and to help yourself. For most of us, that means just, yes, you enjoy life, but you're also getting up early in the morning, so you have time to do all the things you need to do. Om Akshamala Dharaya Namaha, the one who wears a Rudraksha mala, or just wears a necklace, a beautiful necklace. It could even be a crystal necklace. This could be translated. Om Achintyaya Namaha, the one who has no worries. Okay. Om Makshina Guna Bhasuraya Namaha, the one who shines with indestructible perfection. Nakshatra Gana Sancharaya Namaha, the one who tours the constellations. Why? Because Venus rules over astrology. He's one of the original teachers of astrology and astronomy. And because astronomy and astrology long ago were one, it also means he's a teacher of culture, the teacher of knowledge. To study astronomy, you need to travel to different countries to see eclipses, to see how the planets move, and it brings you culture. Om Nayadaya Namaha, the one who teaches good conduct. Om Niti Margadaya Namaha, again, who promotes the path of politics. We've talked about this, how to behave in public. Varsha Pradaya Namaha, the giver of rain. We mentioned this, the rain which fertilizes the earth. Hrishikeshaya Namaha, who has mastered his own senses. Kleshanashakaraya Namaha, the destroyer of all afflictions. Kavaye Namaha, again, the poet. Kavi means poet. I've translated it as the wise one. By the way, if you want this document, I'll put a link to it in the YouTube. Om Chintitartha Pradaya Namaha, the one who gives you the object of your desire. Wow, that's pretty cool. Just do this mantra for a month, play it every day, see what happens. Om Shanta Mataye Namaha, who has a mati, a mind, who is Shanta, completely quiet, has a quiet, tranquil mind. Even though he or she has 4 arms, meaning they're constantly busy, the mind is quiet. How do you do that? Well, you get a massage from time to time. You can't afford a massage? Fine. Go in the tub, soak in a tub. Can't soak in a tub? Find time to meditate. Find time to where your mind gets calm. Or just lie on the floor for 10 minutes after you exercise. This is one of the easiest things. In Shavasana, you will have Shantamati. You will become tranquil. Om Chitta Samadhi Krite Namaha, the one who brings Samadhi in the mind. Om Madhi Vyadhi Haraya Namaha, the one who removes anxiety and disease, all of the diseases. Om Bhuri Vikramaya Namaha, the super courageous one. A lot of these start to repeat themselves, as you can see. They're just different ways of saying this. Punyadayakaya Namaha, the one who gives you the good karma, basically, bestower of merit. Om Purana Purushaya Namaha, the ancient one. Again, and that can also mean the very wise one. Om Pujyaya Namaha, the one worthy of worship. Om Puruhutadi Sannutaya Namaha, the one whom all the gods worship. Remember, the gods and the demons both honor Shukra, even though Shukra goes to teach the demons. Om Majeyaya Namaha, the one who you can't beat. You may beat him today, but ultimately he'll win the war. Om Vijitarataye Namaha, the one whose enemies are vanquished. Om Vividha Bharanojvalaya Namaha, the one who wears all kinds of different beautiful ornaments. Again, we've talked about this. Om Kunda Pushpa Pratikashaya Namaha, the one who shines like Kunda Pushpa, like jasmine. I guess, blooming jasmine, night blooming jasmine. Why? Because Venus blooms at night. You can't see the planet Venus during the day. Venus you can only see at night, and is beautiful, just like night blooming jasmine. Just picture that when you're doing this, as you say it. Picture the fragrance of that's Venus in your life. It's beautiful. It just changes your mood. Om Mandahasaya Namaha. The one who smiles and laughs sweetly, has a soft, gentle laugh. So laughter, again, like jasmine, like the sweet scent, it's not essential, but it's what makes life worth living. Om Mahamataye Namaha, the great-minded one. Om Mukta Phala Samanabhaya Namaha. Mukta Phala Samanabhaya Namaha. Mukta means pearl. Mukta Phala Samanabhaya Namaha, who has the same radiance as a pearl. Again, the whiteness and the purity. Om Muktidaya Namaha. Now this is a pun. So Mukta here was to mean pearl. Here they say it as liberation, because Mukta and Mukti is very similar. Om Munisannutaya Namaha, the one whom all the sages honor. Om Ratna Sinhasanarudhaya Namaha, the one seated upon a jewel throne. This has to do with, if you want to honor Venus, get yourself a nice chair. It says studded with jewels. Okay, maybe you don't have to go that far, but get yourself a nice chair and so you could feel like the queen. Don't sit on a rickety old thing. This will invoke Venus. Om Ratasthaya Namaha, the one who sits upon a chariot. Om Rajata Prabhaya Namaha. Rajata is silver, who has the shine of silver. Om Surya Pragdesha Sancharaya Namaha, the one who moves before the sun. This is when Venus is the morning star. Om Surashatru Sukhride Namaha, the one, again, see, they're repeating this thing. They're just saying it in a different way. That both the people in the hood and also the people in the gated communities, they all love Venus. Doesn't matter if you're from the streets or if you're up with the high and mighty, they all love you. Why? Because you have all these qualities. Om Kavaye Namaha, you're a poet. There's that word. This is the third time they've used that. Om Tula Vrishabharashi Shaya Namaha, the ruler of Libra and Taurus. Om Durdharaya Namaha. By the way, so if you have one of these signs prominent, this is a good idea to do this mantra. Om Durdharaya Namaha. This means a number of things. Difficult to hold is what it literally means. You can't hold on to Venus. And it's the sense of not holding on to wealth and the good things in life, but truly enjoying them and passing them on to others so they can enjoy. This is why you get to have them. And this is why Venus is so beloved, because he's not a hoarder of wealth. He's not a hoarder of beautiful things in life or beautiful experiences. He shares them. And he wants to share them with you. I sound like a votary, like I'm trying to sell Venus. I'm not. I'm just translating the mantra here in a kind of a life-affirming way, hopefully. Om Durdharaya Namaha. Oh, just did that. Om Dharma Palakaya Namaha, the one who protects Dharma, righteousness. Om Bhagyadaya Namaha, he makes you lucky. Om Bhavya Charitraya Namaha, the well-behaved one, again, good manners, talked about this. Bhava Pasha Vimochakaya Namaha, releases you from the bond of existence. Om Gauda Desheshwaraya Namaha, the ruler of the country of Gauda, not sure what that is. Om Goptre Namaha, the protector. Om Gunine Namaha, all the good qualities. Om Guna Vibhushanaya Namaha, all the good qualities. Om Jyeshta Nakshatra Sambhutaya Namaha, the one who is born with his moon in Jyeshta. Now this is interesting because it tells us this is a real being, and we're honoring this being because presumably he was born on this earth, and it was born when the moon was in Jyeshta Nakshatra. Om Jyeshtaya Namaha. Now this is a pun because Jyeshta also means the eldest or the most respected. Om Shreshtaya Namaha. And if you're not in astrology, you don't have to worry about this. But it means the one that people go to, the eldest, brother or the eldest sibling is the one who has the authority. Om Shreshtaya Namaha, same thing. Jeshta and Shreshta, same thing. The most excellent. Om Shuchi Smitaya Namaha, the one who has a beautiful smile. Folks, this is easy. Keep your teeth clean. If you need to get them straightened, this is an upaya. It's a remedy for Venus. Because why? He has a beautiful smile. Om Apavarga Pradaya Namaha. Or even if you don't, just smile genuinely. Learn how to give your smile to others. Don't be such a downer. Now, I know this has to be in context, but to invoke Venus, you have to do some of the work yourself. And these names help you to invoke those qualities. So learning how to smile genuinely can bring that radiance. Shuchi Smita. Om Apavarga Pradaya Namaha, he grants liberation. How is that? Because Venus rules Tantra. And Tantra, in Tantrics, when done properly, hopefully, are able to have, again, both the fruits of spiritual liberation as well as material enjoyment in one. Om Anantaya Namaha, the one who is unbounded, endless. Om Santana Paladayakaya Namaha, the one who bestows children. Now, this is the first time they bring it up, but the first mantra for Venus is Shukra, and Shukra means semen. So, inherent in the name is procreation, creativity. And here, finally, just before the end, they're saying, oh yes, and that creativity extends to having children. Now, Jupiter is typically invoked for that, the planet Jupiter, but certainly you can invoke Venus as well, especially if you're a man and you're having, issues, hormonal issues, or, erectile dysfunction or stuff like that. This is the mantra you'd want to do. Om Sarveshwaraya Namaha, the bestower of sovereignty over all. Again, giving power. And then Om Sarva Girvana Guna Sannutaya Namaha, the one that everyone worships. Om Iti Shukra Ashtottara Shatanamavali Sampurna. Okay, wow, that was a lot, and I hope you stuck with me. And if you did stick with me, and if you have questions about this, you can put them under the presentation, and I'm going to have a link to this document there, hopefully. And let's go out while listening to some more of the Shukra. Here we go, folks. Thank you for joining me.
Om Shubhalakshanaaya Namaha. Om Shobhanakshaya Namaha. Om Shubhrarupaya Namaha. Om Shuddhaspatika Bhaswaraya Namaha. Om Deenartiharakaya Namaha. Om Daitya Gurave Namaha. Om Devabhivanditaya Namaha. Om Kavyasaktaya Namaha. Om Kamapalaya Namaha. Om Kavaye Namaha. Om Kalyanadayakaya Namaha. Om Bhadramurtaye Namaha. Om Bhadragunaya Namaha. Om Bhargavaya Namaha. Om Bhaktapalanaya Namaha. Om Bhogadaya Namaha. Om Bhuvanadhyakshaya Namaha. Om